We are live! We are live! Let's go! Welcome to Speculation Sunday on a Sunday. We got Just Ask Danny in the house. Danny, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We're on a Sunday 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks. Are you okay with this cold, hot? It is a hot ass day today, dude. How'd you deal with it?
You know what's crazy, Mondo, is so we're gonna have that big storm Wednesday and Thursday, supposedly.
Yeah, what's up with that? Everyone keeps writing me that.
It's supposed to be like 3 back-to-back storms that just all hit us one after the other, after the other.
What?
But take a look, Mondo, at the weather after the storm on Thursday.
Hold on. What do I got here? So this is like the coming week. Thursday. Well, our Christmas starts on Friday, right?
It does. Look at the high. Look at the high that day.
64 is the high?
Yeah. So we're going from days like today where we're 90 almost.
And 60?
We're going
64?
We're getting close to the 30s at night. 48.
Wow. So it's just cold. It's just a cold day from beginning to end. Can I go beyond? It doesn't let me click more data. Maybe if I go to this one. Yeah, it's only going to Tuesday. Oh, no. Here we go, Danny. Yeah, wow. This one, AccuWeather, they got it raining Thursday, Friday, Monday. So they got more rain. Wow. 88 tomorrow. Jeez Louise.
And then we go to 64 for the high.
Well, since, everybody's talking about the rain and it essentially being the opening day of Christmas, if it does rain, what can I expect on Friday, opening day, Christmas? What can I expect at Disneyland? We'll talk DCA second, but what can I expect at Disneyland? Like, what will still happen? What will still happen, Danny?
Everything will still happen. They'll still do the castle lighting ceremony. If it's actively raining, they won't do the snow because the snow and then the rain just makes it too slippery and it becomes a safety hazard. They won't do the parade, obviously, if it's raining, but they will do cavalcade. And the cavalcade version does include Santa. So I believe the covered smaller car is like usually where they put Santa. And then the other characters go in the bus, and they do like a small little cavalcade like that if it's raining.
Yeah.
So they still have like a little, variant version of it all. Doing Festival of Holidays in the rain is terrible. That's like one of the worst things ever. But
just stay away. You're gonna get one of these right here, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that'll happen. What about Small World? Do you still get the lighting? You know how they do the maybe I don't know if they'll do projections or not, but
yeah, they'll still do the lighting over at Small World. They'll have all that, so you won't really miss much. Just the snow and maybe the parade. That's it.
Okay. One good thing that is covered, all this stuff happening in Fantasyland Theater. I don't think rain would shut that down at all, right? They have like meet and greets and I don't know, photo ops and all that stuff.
No, not the Fantasyland Theater area. No, that's all covered.
So they'll be doing that during the rain?
Yeah, they'll do that for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you go on Friday, you're still going to have a good day. Obviously, a lot of rides shut down during rain, so that's something to be aware of. You're thinking to yourself, who would go to Disneyland in the rain? 20, 30,000 people every time. I think the same thing. It's going to be empty. It's raining at Disney. Who's going today? Everybody goes. Rain don't stop nobody. Rain don't stop nobody. Maybe Dodger games, Dodgers in the playoffs, that stops people. But the rain don't stop people from going. Why do you say rain is bad at Festival of Holidays? Why do you say that, Danny? At DCA. Well, let's talk DCA now.
I hate festival holidays in the rain because you get the little cardboard boats for all the food, your
Oh,
cardboard tray, and those as soon as they get wet, they just fall apart. So, and then you're all trying to scramble to like eat your food under the various parts that are covered under the rain, and it's like not that much, right? So
yeah.
there's not. Then you run into issues where there's like not really anywhere to really enjoy your food. So then you feel like you're eating it too fast, or you're just kind of just taking it down, and you're not really enjoying it like you would if it was sunny and a good day.
DCA gets rocked more than Disneyland, right? You don't get Viva Navidad. You don't get all those bands doing music. Uh, you don't get the Miguelito show at Carthay Circle. You don't get none of that. Uh, DCA takes a big hit in the rain, so I just want to throw that out there. Uh, and you don't even get Season of Light. You get World of Color Happy, which you can watch right now. How crazy!
Yeah,
Um,
I forgot. No season of life.
yeah, I was like, well, at least you get Season. No, you don't. You don't get Season of Light. But welcome everybody. Thank you all for joining. I think it was Peter said that it's his birthday. So happy birthday, Peter! I don't know how old you are. Happy birthday! Um, there's a lot of stuff to talk about today. And before we do, I want to talk about this random thing that came on my feed. I just want to talk about it because I think it's so stupid. Uh, Theme Park Obsession is the one that posted it. I guess I should go to his post to see the original. Did you see this yet, Danny? Or no?
No,
All right, all right. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Let me make it bigger.
There's just something about it that is it's rooted in tradition and quaint in a way.
Exactly.
It's not brilliant storytelling, but it's brilliant execution.
Right.
It's not brilliant storytelling. It's brilliant execution. He's talking about Pirates of the Caribbean. I would show the comments, but there's some anger in there. How do you feel about that one, Daddy? Isn't brilliant storytelling, but it's brilliant execution. I feel like Pirates is brilliant storytelling. Kids could get on it, 40 years later, and still be like, I understand. It's pirates. It's a whole pirate story. When I saw this literally like 5 minutes before we went live, Daddy. What are your thoughts? If you don't have, if you no comment, you don't have to. But
no, I feel like it's one of those moments where he was just trying to reach for something and said the wrong thing. I mean, I know he knows like that the attraction is beloved by many, right? Obviously, he just I think what he's trying to say is that the storytelling, in his opinion, isn't as good as some of the storytelling they've achieved in their current rides nowadays.
Yeah, like Pirates doesn't compare to Zoothether, or what's that show called? Zoothether? It's called Zoothether. Yeah, Pirates is nothing compared to Zoothether out there in Animal Kingdom, So I get it. Bob's very proud of Zoothether. I gotta hear it one more time.
It's not brilliant storytelling, but it's brilliant execution.
Right.
It's so stupid. It's just so. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I would say more, but I gotta watch the whole video to really understand. Haters gonna find hate. All right. Okay. Let's go positive. We went little negative there. The foodie guide. It finally came out.
You did a video on this already, or
Yeah,
some. What did you do? A live stream, or what did you do?
I did both. I just went both. Um,
What was your opinions on the video? Because I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
no, dude, incredible, Danny, incredible. I want to go to the heavy hitters. Are you a fan of the baked potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
So Troubadour Tavern pretty much went God mode. Uh, they are bringing this thing called Santa's breakfast potato, scrambled eggs, shredded cheese, country sausage, gravy, green onions. Troubadour breakfast potato. And to keep it going, they're bringing back this one, which is like a fan favorite. The
That's the God
celebration.
mode. That's the
Yeah.
God mode one. I'll be buying one of those every time I go.
Celebration dinner potato, baked potato, pull smoked turkey, whipped cream cheese, stuffing, cranberry sauce, gravy, fried onions. Pretty much Thanksgiving, all in one potato right there. Then they brought this one. I don't know about that one, but that one's called the holiday beef dinner potato. Those are the ones that I was like, wow, Troubadour Tavern. It's going to be one of the busiest things ever. Um, the other thing that like stood out in this foodie guide, if I can remember, where is it? Where is it? Is it this? No, it's not that.
No.
Yeah, gingerbread cookies. We all knew that was coming. Right here, Danny. Gingerbread pancakes, Riverbell Terrace. They've never had that before. It says new. Crazy.
Yeah, well, that looks good. That looks good. The funnel cake looks like it's gonna make you go to the bathroom weird, but
Dude. And yeah, I will never eat this one, Daddy. I don't know. I'm more at the point. I'm trying to stay away from the food dye stuff. But
yeah.
the foodie guy came out. Um, I'm so excited. Like the food is just as exciting as anything during Christmas time because this is like the holiday menu we have for like 2 months at Disneyland. Um, let's see. Let's see. I want to go
We'll
to.
go back to the foodie guide real quick because I haven't a chance to look at it yet. I only looked at the Festival of Holidays one. So we talked about when we were getting the pumpkin cookies that we were hoping they'd bring back the gingerbread cookies, and it looks like they are. So that's a really good one. And then over up higher, they had not the Blue Bayou, not the Riverbell, Rancho del Zocalo right there. That's one of my favorite things ever of all time.
Oh, you had it? The pozole?
No, but like, just pozole in general.
Oh,
So, like, I have to see how good the Disneyland version is. I think I remember having it. I think they did, or no, you know what it was? It was Paradise Garden Grill did albondigas, and they had
mm,
it like with impossible meat, and it was pretty good. But I don't think I've had pozole at Disneyland, so definitely want to be trying that for
I
sure.
know. I'm trying. I was trying to think too about pozole, but I don't recall pozole at Disney. So it's
And then
brand.
scroll up a little bit. I wanted to see, or scroll over to Mondo the Grand Californian and Disneyland Hotel. Is there anything that stands out anywhere there at all?
I just clock out when I do videos. I never talk about the grand. This one was a big winner right here, Danny. A torta, a Yuletide carnitas torta. And then look at this, Danny. They're bringing fried Oreos. Are you a fan of the fried stuff like that? I'm not a fan.
They
I
taste
can't.
good, but honestly, they never make your stomach feel good. So I'm a pass on all that stuff.
I remember when I had for the first time a fried Twinkie. That was all the craze back then. A fried Twinkie, and I just remember like going halfway through it, and I was like, I feel like I lost like a day in my life, easy, eating this thing, and I didn't finish eating it. I was like, I can't do it. No, I checked out, Danny. I don't even know what the hotels are serving, dude. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Where are we at?
Go back up. Go back up. The
Was that the
Broken Spell Lounge. Go back up. Broken Spell. So, is there any food items there? Oh, there is. There's a shepherd's pie. Wow. Okay. Wow. I love a shepherd's pie, and I've at the Disneyland Hotel. I'm down to try that. So that
I
looks
feel like
really
I've
good to
had a
me.
shepherd's pie somewhere. Hmm.
They had shepherd's pie at Festival of Holidays before, but um, I've never seen it. Like that looks pretty. That sounds pretty good. So I'm down for that one. And then Goofy's Kitchen. We don't care about that. Grand Californian.
I don't think
What about
great.
Story? Go back up. Is there anything at
I'm shocked Great Maple still exists, dude. I haven't heard, seen a post, social media, nothing about Great Maple.
anything up higher? Do we miss Craftsman's Grill or Tangaroa Terrace?
I don't think so. Coffee house. No. Maybe I gotta go lower. I gotta go lower. I gotta go lower. Sketchpad. Jazz Kitchen. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Damn, they didn't put nothing for the grand, I guess.
Just Storytellers. It looks like
Wow,
Storytellers Cafe. They're showing that's it.
I'm surprised. Shepherd's pie at Three Broomsticks. I knew I've had it somewhere. I liked it. I don't know if I loved it, but I liked it. Um, all right, all right. Danny, anything you want to talk about before we keep going? What's been on your mind?
Uh,
Fine.
No, I think the food I'm looking forward to the most. It looks like the some of the favorites that we were talking about with the foodie guide for the Festival of Holidays were coming back, so that was exciting. There were some good looking churros on that list too, which they included the churros on that list, which was kind of funny. But I guess that makes sense because typically um, they are included with your sip and savor. But I think I wanted to bring that up, and is that in the past Festival of Holidays and Food and Wine Festival always had 8 tabs, and then the Lunar New Year Festival always had 6. So it was like a difference generally because Lunar New Year Festival had less booths than all the other two. And what we've seen lately in a trend with the Food and Wine Festival and with the Festival of Holidays is a reduction of booths every year. And I can't remember who posted about it
Theme park
online, if it was
session. We went
if it
from
was
like eight,
Obsession or whatever.
seven
Yeah.
to this year we have six.
Yeah, we only have 6 booths this year, and then there are some offerings that are like at the food truck over in Hollywood Lounge area. Then, of course, like I mentioned, the churros are included in that as well. But the Sip and Savor Pass is only 6 tabs for Food and Wine Festival this year, and I can't remember if it was also 6 last year when that changed, but I know for a fact it was 8 at one point. So they did reduce that. I just don't remember last year if they
Didn't
had
they
six
sell
or
like
eight.
a 8 and a 4? I feel like that's what they did last
They
year.
did. We had an 8 and a 4 for Food and Wine Festival as well too. But it's crazy that they are probably going to charge the same as they were for the 8, and we're going to have 6. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing. But yeah, wow, only 6 booths. But there's going to be more items. If you look at the Food and Wine Festival foodie guide, pretty much everything there is going to be included in the sip and savor. But I did call that out on the post for the foodie guide because it talked about having 6. And I was talking about it with David Vaughn actually, and he mentioned he's like, "Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I didn't even see that. I glazed over it." And it was crazy to me that we are just getting less and less when it comes to the booth stuff. I thought they would love to kind of do that, but maybe they don't have as much high turnout as as they want and that kind of stuff. Or I'm not quite sure.
I, I
I
think
feel
what
like
it is, attendance is down, and Disney knows the forecast. They know the reservations. They see it. So to them, they're like, just cut back. Simple as that. Um, and I think after like the first 3 weeks, the boosts nobody kind of cares about anymore. And for the most part, people just kind of a la carte it. Uh, I feel like I don't doubt next year it's less boosts. But I really wish one of the booths would get sent to Disneyland to do cookies, gingerbread cookies. That's all you do. That's all you do. That booth is just cookie machine. But I think it's just that, Danny. They know it's lower attendance is on the horizon, and they just don't want to invest in it like they used to.
Staffing all the booths too. That's another thing.
Yeah, staffing. We're just in the cut back everything mode of Disney right now, and everything becomes more expensive. That's just what we're in. It's the truth. We got regular Josh 1. The biggest thing we got to talk about is the closure of the current Earl of Sandwich location over the weekend. Wonder if construction will be happening soon over there. You might be asking, what is he talking about? Well, the Earl of Sandwich and Earl of Sandwich Tavern, which is right next to it. This building, it's done. They were gutting it yesterday. Like we could see through the window a little bit when we were walking by. It's done. Ya se acabó. The booths, the ticket booths that are right next to this, they are done also, which is making way for the big project of this gigantic Portos that will be on its way. Does it seem real now, Danny? Because we've been hearing about Portos, I don't know, like 3 years now. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think this one was just out of necessity, right? We're getting to the point now where Earl of Sandwich in their new location and the Carnaby upstairs, they're getting ready to open. It's going to be a lot sooner than we think. The original estimates for that new location in downtown Disney were late fall. And we're coming into that late fall era. So I feel like we're literally just weeks away from that location having a soft opening and then maybe a grand opening in December. But I feel like it was out of necessity, right? Earl of Sandwich isn't going to buy all new equipment. In some aspects, they're going to buy some new equipment, but there's probably a lot of major equipment that they use to cook the sandwiches in this location that they're like, we're just going to take it over to the new one and it's ready to go. And so, Disney, they were supposed to leave this building at this point 2 or 3 times already. And they just kept staying there, in this ideal location for as long as possible that Disney would allow them to. And at this point, I think they just reached a point where they're like, okay, we're done now because we need to move all of the stuff over to the new location, and that's why they've been gutting it. It's because they're moving it over to the new Earl of Sandwich location that's downstairs. Unfortunately, it's my theory that they're not going to start deconstruction yet because the hotel on that side of the resort isn't ready to go yet. I don't know what's going on at the Grand Californian that has been causing these delays. It's literally insane to me. I don't get it. But I have a feeling that this Earl of Sandwich location is just going to sit empty for a really long time. So until they are ready to start construction. But at least now they don't have to worry about getting them out of there. It'll just be they're out of there kind of thing.
The trailer will still be open. That the one over there by ESPN Zone. So you just have to have an Earl of Sandwich. You can still get it over there. But man, that came out of nowhere. That does make sense, Danny. Is that they're like, we just want this equipment at the new location. Oh man. All right, let's get out of Disney, and I want to talk some Universal. Universal is the first one to put out the 2026 schedule. I'm sure Disney's probably going to do this coming week. They love to do things right after another, but they've laid out the whole outline of next year, 2026 at Universal Studios Hollywood. We're going to kick off everything with Butterbeer season in a fan fest into Mega Movie Summer. That's a big deal because I guess that's coming back. So the Mosasaurus Splash, I'm assuming, will be back. 4th of July, Horror Nights, we have the official day, September 3rd to the 1st. And once again, the holidays, and then they go all the way to Eve. Any thoughts on the schedule, Danny? I kind of hate that they didn't vote. They should have just stuck right there, right now. Fast and Furious, whatever day. But what do you think?
Yeah, I love that Universal. It almost seems like they copied Disney with this when Disney
Oh,
issued theirs
totally. They
in
were.
January, but then Disney hasn't done theirs yet. So they beat them to it, on this time around. So I love seeing it. I absolutely love that Universal is now giving us the time frame for Halloween Horror Nights, because if you remember, it wasn't that long ago, like 2 years ago, we would have to wait literally until weeks before the event to know what the actual dates were, and it was so effing annoying. It was the most annoying thing in the world. Meanwhile, like Universal Orlando found out like the whole year prior, and we would have to wait so long. I hated it. So when we got this calendar, it was so nice to know, okay, put time off requests for September 3rd, 2026, or make sure you're not going on any other trip because you need to be there for Halloween Horror Nights opening night. So it's so nice to have that in advance. And cool too that they're gonna. Did they always have that Hogwarts thing? Was that new?
Yeah, the Back to Hogwarts. I feel like they're trying to make it a thing, but it's not really a thing. It's more of like, look at we have school stuff, so you could go back to school. That's really what it
Well,
is.
I don't know when the first season of the show is coming out. Um, is that going to correlate in any way in that aspect?
That Harry Potter show debuts next year.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Wow, I have no idea. I haven't been keeping up with the Harry Potter show like that. That's crazy. But the Back to Hogwarts, it's literally we have school merch, so you could go back to school with Harry Potter merch. It's nothing more than that. I'm surprised they even put it in here. Uh, for me, I like that they do this. There's a lot of people that travel for all these events. So people could book their hotels way beforehand if they're traveling from out of state or whatever. There sure was a lot of people that traveled for FanFest last year or this year, so that's good for people. They could, like I said, they could start preparing for whatever expenses they're going to have when they travel. Uh, I wish they would have put the Fast and Furious in there somewhere. Like, might as well just get it out there. But Fast and Furious is finally testing, and I was able to capture some video of it, and it looked remarkable. Um, I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, "Oh, this is slow. Isn't it supposed to turn?" Uh, I've seen some people comment like, "This looks boring." This is just the first days of testing. Like they are not going full speed. Uh, these are not even the main ride vehicles. Those are all covered up, and they really haven't debuted them out in the public, really. Uh, but they're just in the beginning testing phases. But they're sending cars halfway and then halfway again. It's not a full track just yet. But what are your thoughts when you finally see this, Danny? In the public eye, we finally got to see this.
Yeah, it's definitely not testing at full speed, so I don't think it's you can judge it based on that yet. But it's cool to see it finally. It's cool. It's weird for me. I was just having that realization where I was like watching your video, and I was like, it's weird to see like a full size roller coaster at Universal. It's
Yeah,
like so weird. It's like that we're just in that. I was like, you never thought I would ever see it, kind of thing.
especially right here. Why is there a roller coaster right here? You know what I mean? Like, I forgot who I was talking to with. I was like, you tell me like 5 years ago that there'll be a roller coaster in this vicinity. I would bet you $100 there won't be. Why would there be? Especially we have to lose two shows at a place where like that's all we got. I still can't believe it, Danny. Does this seeing the ride in motion now? Does this scare you more or less, or just you're kind of whatever about it? Because there's a lot of people scared about this thing.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, if the ride didn't rotate and just did, I told you I'd go on it over and over again. It would be super fun, especially the views you'd be getting. But the reality is it's going to be going a lot faster than that, and it's going to be rotating. So I won't be riding it.
so that's the deal breakers. The spinning. It's the spinning, right? That because yeah, the spinning is so unique.
It's
That
the spinning and going backwards because when you're doing inversions backwards, it's very nauseating.
no, I did Tatsu going backwards on that loop in Tatsu is it just like your head is gonna explode. It's ridiculous. All right, I want to get to this, Danny, because you're more professional at this. Wicked for Good. The merch has arrived at Universal Studios Hollywood. I want to say it was like 2 days ago. It could have been yesterday, but what should we expect without really giving us spoilers? What should we expect from Wicked for Good, Danny? You're my Wicked professional here.
Um, this song, the songs in this aren't. They obviously don't have like um, the song for good, right? Which is what they named the movie after. Is the main song from this movie. There's some really good songs in the second half of the movie that are really iconic to like the Wicked show, especially for good. Like for good's most people's favorite song. It's a very emotional song too. So I feel like what people can expect is like this is a really emotional ending to the movie. If you've seen the play, the second act isn't as exciting. Most people will agree about that. But they've supposedly changed the movie to make it have some different and exciting things and also new songs that it didn't have before. But it is a very emotional, ending to the whole thing, and it all kind of all comes together. Um, so I think the music from this one will definitely resonate with a lot of people, just like the first one did. So that's kind of the same, but they're not going to have like the high energy like dance numbers that you saw in like the other one. It's
Yeah.
just it's not like the songs from this. So
Let me ask you this, Danny. This movie's going to debut soon. I'm just going to assume it's really good because they filmed this pretty much back to back. After this debuts, and let's just say it's a hit, everybody loves it. People are going 5 times to see it. Do you think this is going to be the big push to try to implement something Wicked on a more permanent basis at the parks? Because that was the big buzz for a while when the movie debuted not that long ago. They're going to put Wicked in the park. And I think even that Epic Universe montage they did back then, there was like talks about, oh yeah, we have plans to put Wicked in the parks. Something. We don't know what, but something. Do you think this is the big push here in Hollywood? I don't really care about Orlando, but here in Hollywood, what do you think?
yeah, potentially. We could see something in the Fast Furious Supercharged building for Wicked. That'd be like a real easy way for them to kind of implement that. At least in the now. And then beyond that, I feel like we'd see a more immersive take on this come to something like Epic Universe or Islands of Adventure before we saw it come here.
You think it goes Florida first, then here?
Yeah, I feel like if we got it here, it would just be something like Fast and Furious Supercharged. Put a new movie in it that's flying with Elphaba, big scene finale, and then you pop out like not nothing too major.
It'd be kind of cool if I know it's totally random, but if they hit that Defy Gravity song on Mummy, like they just put a Wicked theme to Mummy, dude. I don't know if it would hit, but I feel like people would like it. Like Wicked projections everywhere, and cool lighting. Oh man, I'm excited. Wicked meet and greets are coming this week. I'm not sure if it's Thursday, Friday, Tuesday. I have no idea. But I know there's Wicked meet and greets this week at Universal Studios Hollywood. So you want to meet Elphaba, Galinda. I hope they're in their new outfits, but I've heard that the answer is no. But we'll see.
Mm,
We'll see. All right, let me back up. Uh, I want to keep. We're bouncing everywhere. We're bouncing everywhere today, Danny. We got some great news. If you want a magic key, well, Disneyland's only asking for $99 down. 12 monthly payments, 0 APR. Start multiplying your magic. Disney has never, ever, as far as I can remember, has never gone under $200 down payment. I feel like it's always been $200, but they brought it down. I had a chance to ask my Instagram peoples, and they all came out with many opinions, and it seems like the same sentiment is because people are not renewing. What is your take on the $99 down payment, Danny?
I think the funny thing is too, in that advertising there, Disney is calling it an annual pass. They haven't done that.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too.
They haven't done that. They were so big on when the Magic Key came out. This is not an annual pass.
It's a key.
This is a Magic Key pass. It's not an annual pass. The annual pass program has been sunsetted. No more. They were very clear on that. And in all honesty, I wish they would sunset Magic Keys and just bring back annual pass name, because I've never liked calling them Magic Keys. I still don't like calling it Magic Key. They don't have to change anything if they don't want to. Just call it an annual pass and not a Magic Key.
Yeah, AP just comes off the tongue really nice. Magic Key does not.
Yeah.
What do you think about the sentiment of people are not renewing, Danny? They had to make a change, $99, entice people. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's just a change too for the economy, right? People don't have a lot of extra money to spend, so this annual pass, promotion for $99 down payment, makes it maybe something people would have immediately said, can't afford that. Like off the bat, got to pay like $800 for a family of 4. Now I only have to pay $400. Like that might be doable for us, kind of thing. So we'll see if it actually brings more people into the program. But I mean, honestly, it's I feel like it should have always been that, but I don't remember what it was.
The 200. It's always 200. Always been 200. I don't ever recall 100 ever. I think people are definitely not renewing, and I almost want to say is because there's not this like thing in the horizon to be like, I'm buying my Magic Key because I can't wait to do this one thing in April. This one thing in summer. There's none of that. There's none of that next year. I don't even know what the highlight is next year. I guess the Smuggler's Run. Maybe that's the highlight next year. I don't know. That's as good as it gets, I guess. I don't foresee anything new coming next year at all. And I doubt there's like a
Electric Autopia.
If that ever happens, Danny, I don't even think that's. I think it got pushed back, dude. They just haven't said nothing. But I think too, obviously economy. Economy is a big one. I think there's a lot more people now that are just kind of like, I don't really need to be spending my money at Disneyland anymore. And they do the cheap tickets so often. So what do I care? I'll go whenever they offer the cheap ticket. I think that's what's happening. And one sentiment that I read a lot in these comments is that like the magic's not there and the entertainment, whatever. I'm not disagreeing with a lot of people. I feel it too. We've had empty theaters for so long, and nothing but cutbacks for it seems like a while now. But yeah, I think them doing $99 because they're struggling. I think Disneyland as a whole is struggling, period. It's just a weird sentiment that Disney's doing all this construction right now during a time of struggle. And not even just at Disneyland, as a company, Disney Plus, the whole shebang. It's crazy that they're investing all this money in a Marvel expansion. Avatar Avatar, I feel like I understand. Coco 2 for the most part, but the Avenger expansion, I'm still kind of shocked on that one. But it is what it is. That's what we're getting in the near future. Um, what is the highlight right now, Danny, that you could think of for next year? Is there anything?
Just the new Smuggler's Run, really, and then it was going to be the Electric Autopia, since the Los Angeles Times shared with us that it would be debuting next year in 2026. Um, but other than that, not really too much, to be honest. It's just going to be a lot of preparation and construction for the upcoming years.
Yeah, yeah. We got 34-month member chat. Thank you, Luke. Happy Sunday, everybody. Currently recovering from the Rona and an infection. What? But with the holidays coming this week, what are you looking forward to? I hope you're okay, Jamie Lynn. That's the Rona. It's like I feel like it don't exist anymore. But like, man, that's crazy. I hope you don't have a fever and like you're able to rest. That's the biggest things. Um, what are you looking forward to the most in the holidays at Disneyland Resort, Danny?
The snow. I love the snow and the castle lighting ceremony. The snow moment. I think that's the best part of the. It's the most fun hidden thing that like people usually stumble across when they're just walking through the park. It's like the fun aspect to it. It's that. Believe in holiday magic, and festival holidays. So I usually like festival holidays. So I think those things I'm looking forward to the most.
Festival of Holidays is where they get all the bands, right? Like we have a bunch of bands.
Well, festival holidays is the booths at DCA.
But isn't there like a band in Hollywoodland? There's like a band at
Yeah, they usually have got the
Roller.
they usually have like the Hanukkah entertainment over there in like the Hollywoodland area, and then
They're
like
good. I
they
like
had
them.
like the main stage over there. I
That's
had
Festival
Paradise
of
Gardens.
Holidays, right?
That's all part of Festival of Holidays. Yeah,
I love the bands. I love the bands. I don't know. Is Fat Cat Swingers coming back? I feel like they usually post something. I have to look at
they
that.
haven't. They're not. They haven't said they are.
I
Yeah,
know.
and they're not on the schedule.
Fat Cat Swingers not coming back to Disneyland. That's crazy. Um, I am most excited for Viva Navidad. I'm gonna watch it a bazillion times. Um, the the Christmas parade, I think is boring, but I watch it because it's beautiful. I honestly, you want the real reason I watch the parade so I can see the elves dance or not the elves, the what are they called? The reindeers. I watched the whole parade just to see the reindeers. They're the reindeers are my highlight. I love the reindeers. Um, and the fireworks for whatever reason like it just like touches you that that like second half of the fireworks it just hits you in the heart. What's it called? The fireworks the
Believe in holiday magic.
Believe in Holiday Magic. Yeah, the second half so good. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Um, do we have any Christmas overlay? Oh yeah, Small World. I can't wait for Small World. And go through the Mexico part where it smells really good. It smells like cinnamon, if I'm not mistaken.
Regular Josh One in the chat says there's been no announcements for holiday bands yet, so who knows who's coming. I think they were basing it off the fact that Fat Cat Swinger has their own schedule posted on their website, and they don't list coming to Disney. And last time they did, so it was kind of like a way to find out. And so they have other things planned for the same time frame as Festival Holidays. And so the idea was that they weren't going to be there, but we'll see. We'll see.
I'm not seeing no Disneyland right there, Danny.
They did just post a post. You just showed a post though, with that was showing Festival of Holidays though, right there. What's that? To the left. Oh, that's Food and Wine. Food and
Yeah,
Wine.
it says food and wine. Maybe they're not coming, dude. I don't know. We got a little bit of time. Yeah, why haven't they posted what bands are coming? I know the band that was at Hollywoodland, they posted because I remember seeing their posts like we're going back to Disneyland or something. I was like, that's cool. Danny, did they stop the little snow show they had in Pooh Corner? I didn't see it happen last year. There's a snow moment in Pooh Corner. I don't recall that.
I don't recall that either, honestly.
There was a snow moment in downtown Disney. That was like the new one.
Yeah, and there was a snow moment back in the day in Grizzly River Run area.
I love that. They stopped doing that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Those were the good days. Anything you want to talk about, Danny, before we move on?
Um,
What's on
no,
your?
so I just kind of wanted to like let people know, um, as far as we were talking about it earlier, but you know, the the move from Disney to follow the closure of Earl of Sandwich with basically the closure of all the ticket booths, right? The big move this month was the windows to the left of Disneyland, which have always been like group sales, and at one point it was lost and found, and now there's like not really a lost and found, like everything's done online, and if you go there you can just like they'll just tell you to submit a claim online kind of thing. But they moved all ticket sales to the window outside Disneyland, so there's just one spot for it, and they have quite a few people in line there now. So just know if you're coming to the resort and you're planning to buy tickets in person, or you're coming to make a payment on your annual pass, maybe because your card got stolen, you had to switch it up, stuff like that. People are always coming for all that kind of stuff. Your only place to do that now is just to the left of Disneyland. All the ticket booths now are closed. Now, for the time being, they are utilizing the ticket booths on the other side of Esplanade for the disabled access service, sign up still like they were in the past. Who knows how long that's going to last, but at least all the ones on the downtown Disney side, they're now vacant. They're not being utilized. They're closed. We know that there's a permit for the two closest to Earl of Sandwich to be demolished. We don't know we assume all eight of them will be demolished. That's the assumption, right? We don't really see them in any concept art moving forward. We know that Disney's going to need a ticket booth, probably just to have one, but that's pretty much, I would assume, like, I don't know if they're going to keep one, just renovate it to be kind of how they want it to be, or maybe they demolish it and kind of make a new, larger one that's just the one that they're going to be utilizing. Because they're still going to need to have something, right? And I don't know if they can continue to just use that window over there for that purpose. Maybe that just gets repurposed and it just becomes the ticket sales window. Who knows? So there's going to be a lot of changes coming to the Esplanade, and I feel like this is kind of beginning the ushering in of those changes. As much as I'd like for the Portos construction to start, like I said, I feel like we're still a little bit of ways out, unfortunately, on that. But who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us and all of a sudden it shows up and it's under construction. Maybe we see construction walls next week. That would be random, but who knows? Maybe it is. So I know that I think Theme Park IQ or someone else posted that they had to execute on the permit to demolish the ticket booth soon because they filed it, and then there's like a period of execution. So maybe we see walls go up just because they're going to demolish those. I mean, those are far enough away from the hotel rooms to where it wouldn't be probably really affecting it too much. So they could certainly start there, right? So maybe we see that happening first, and then we see the current La Brea Bakery building get demolished a little bit later. So
I miss La Brea Bakery. They had a good breakfast. I love their breakfast. We got Jess with the Venmo. Jessica sent us 10. Happy Speculation Sunday. Thank you, Jess. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. But thank you for the Venmo, Jess. Um, let's see. Let's see. I'm just trying to read. I want to open up everything to Q&A. If you guys have any questions or topics that you guys want to talk about, post in the comments right now, and we'll try to get to as many as we can. Let's spark up the conversation. What do you guys want to talk about? Everybody in the chat, what do you guys want to talk about?
Jess also sent me one too, so thank you, Jess, for the Venmo.
Woo!
She also said happy Speculation Sunday.
Let's do it. Misfits Cookies. Let's talk about the possible universal purchase of Warner Brothers. How amazing would that be for all the IPs it would unlock? Yeah,
Yeah, just the benefits alone for Horror Nights is unfathomable. So,
true. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. When you think of Warner Brothers, is there like certain things you're just like, God, I wish Universal had it? Like anything like stick out in your mind, Danny?
um, the entire Conjuring franchise, all of it.
You're like, bring it all this way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Actually, make a good Conjuring maze. That was like the horror made here. Just having access to all the other IP and have it be their IP would be excellent. I mean, the Batman franchise, all that would unlock superheroes for them. They could combat Marvel with that. So,
and they would get on it right away, right? Why would you wait to make a Gotham or any of that stuff?
yeah.
I would bring Batman day one. Like, get that suit. We need a meet and greet right away if it could happen. I know Six Flags has all of it, but what are like the top Warner Brother property? I'm just curious. Top
Barbie.
Brothers, top Warner Brother movies. I'm just curious. They have Barbie?
Yeah, Barbie.
Wow. Universal would get on that right away. Minecraft. They have Minecraft. They have Lego Movie, Superman, Dune. Dude, Dune in a theme park would be insane. What else do we got? That's Warner Brothers. Polar Express, Sinners. I feel like the possibilities are endless for Horror Nights, like you said.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Lord of the Rings alone. Beetlejuice.
Mondo's favorite, Space Jam.
Space Jam. Clash of Titans would be a sick ass show.
Beetlejuice, they would own it.
Ready Player One. Kong Skull Island. Yeah, it just unlocks a lot. I remember Sherlock Holmes. That was a good movie. What else did they got? Man, they just got a lot. Pikachu? That was Warner Brothers? They got Wonka. Damn. I hope Warner Brothers goes to Universal. Just from a theme park, and then HBO Max would be like one of the best streaming apps, or Peacock, I guess, because they would just combine. Do you like the new Frankenstein? Have you seen the new Frankenstein, Danny?
I have not, and I will not be.
Wow, you're totally against it.
Yeah, I won't watch that.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I gotta put the baby to sleep. Everybody's raving about it. It's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna watch it. I haven't seen it. Now Knott's Merry Farm. Super ready for that. Can't wait for all the food. I know. I could have sworn our Knott's Adventure posted Instagram.
Some of the food items?
Yeah. I don't know if there's like an actual food, like a foodie guide. Let's see. Our Knott's Adventure. Let's talk about that. Merry Farm. Even though we're a little ways away, but I still want to know what it is. Is it this one? Yeah. So they got these desserts. What the hell? What is that?
What the? What is that, Mondo?
It's like breakfast on a cookie, I guess. The other one too. That's like a chicken tender with
Mashed
waffles.
potatoes. I don't know about all that.
I don't know what that is. That first time I've seen that. Um, I guess these are like fries, and just stuff on top. Weird
Ooh, that
looking,
pizza looks good. I love anything with balsamic on it.
dude. You're the opposite of me, Dan. My first thought was that looks nasty. I'm not a
Dude.
balsamic. I'm not a
Oh, I
balsamic.
love balsamic. I could just drink balsamic.
Oh, huh? No,
Mondo's all about that Caesar salad back there, though, whatever that is.
yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
You love a good salad. Ooh, look at that holiday sandwich. That looks really good.
Ah,
It's open face, it looks like.
damn, we got like 3 or 4 different pizza slices. Surprising. That looks like an egg bite, but I don't think it is. What is that? Like
That looks like a tuna melt. I don't go near that.
a
So
tuna melt? I was
that's
thinking,
for that's for
it,
someone else, but it's not me.
dude. If that's a tuna melt, someone's getting a stomach ache. Like and tuna and knots. I don't know. That looks like chili or tomato,
That looks like a tomato soup, yeah.
and then some kind of burger. I don't know.
The burgers always hit. Mondo loves those burgers.
I do like my burgers. I like my burgers and knots. Um, let me see. What do we got here? When does Grinchmas start?
Unfortunately, Grinchmas is usually just the month of December.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
start pretty late.
generally it's not generally in November at all. Or if anything, they'll start the week of Thanksgiving, right?
Very end, dude. The very November 24th.
Yeah, that's the week of Thanksgiving.
We got a whiles to go. No Mr. Grinch anytime soon. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to do Elphaba Galinda for a little while before the Grinch comes. Um, let's see. It could happen at HHN. Would be possible if this happened. Yeah, HHN would just go more God mode than ever if Warner Brothers was ate up by then. Uh, let me see. How did you two meet? If I had to guess, you guys met while working. I've never worked with Danny like that. I met
I
Danny
actually met through
watching the
Chris.
best show ever.
I actually met through Chris. I was friends with Chris when he was dating someone else in the past, and they used to do Instagram together. And I was friends with them. And then we were watching Mickey's Mixed Magic, like
Best show on earth.
the first time ever.
Literally the first time that it ever debuted.
And that's when I met Mondo that night. So, and it was and then we just kind of continued hanging out because we all kind of hung out with Chris and everyone at the time. So
Mickey's Mix Magic 5 Fires. I'm pretty sure I did a vlog of that day. Like if I could go back to it,
it was
like
2018, 2019.
Dang, I can't find it. Maybe I don't know if I was 5 Fires back then.
You were. I don't know if you were 5 Fires back then on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I was the Disney Bay. I don't know. I can't find it right now. Um, did you like Mickey's Mix Magic on the debut of that back in the day?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool back in the day. It was a really great festival, like kind of thing that they did. They had the Get Your Ears On festival. They had some really fun, desserts and things that have stuck around to this day. Again, some of those really iconic festivals and food times of 2018, 2019 birthed so many treats and eats that still exist to this day and get repeated every year, that we just don't see that level of creativity anymore. I feel when it comes to the food, because they're still using some of that stuff. So, but mixed magic was good back then. It was something totally different. We hadn't really, if we were to believe. Um, if we were to believe Mice Chat when they were, I feel like they were the ones that was reporting it. Back then, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge hadn't opened yet, and the fireworks launch in between. It's a Small World or
Toontown.
Toontown and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. That's why it's so loud whenever you watch it in Batu. And so the spires, those huge spires, were sort of there to exist to kind of block out any fallout potentially that would come in there, which is why you're allowed to be outside in that land during fireworks. But the original rumors were that you were going to have to go into, or Galaxy's Edge would have been closed, or Disneyland was moving away from fireworks on most nights, so they didn't have to close Galaxy's Edge because it was going to be so popular. Because they didn't really know kind of how Disney was going to do it. And Mickey's Mixed Magic was the first show that didn't have a lot of fireworks. Every show prior was very fireworks heavy, including the Disneyland Forever show and all that other stuff. That was Remember Dreams Come True. They were all very fireworks heavy shows. And Mickey's Mixed Magic was mostly projections with very few small fireworks. They weren't even big fireworks, to be honest. And so, and then they were moving to the night where they would do the whole show without fireworks during the week. And so they were saying it was kind of like the beginning of maybe a future where Disneyland, like they were using Mickey's Mixed Magic as a test to see like how people really liked the non-firework nights. And it actually at the beginning got really good reviews from guest satisfaction on nights they didn't have fireworks, from Mickey's Mixed Magic on non-firework nights. So they were kind of trying to see, and so people were, I think Mice Chat reported, other people reported that it was like maybe marking the beginning where Disneyland didn't have fireworks, or at least the fireworks they did were low level and not the big grand ones we saw during Disneyland Forever. But of course that didn't end up turning out to be the case. So
damn. That's crazy. I remember all of those conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I did. There was a point where I loved Mickey's Mixed Magic. I loved it. I loved the show.
Yeah.
Just not in 2025. Let me see. Ashley, I made reservations for Daisy's pajama party at the Grand for 8 people. But we're actually 9 with my 1-year-old niece. Will they turn us away? I'm so glad you mentioned this because I'm dealing with this scenario with a friend, and
I was like, Mondo has the answer for this.
There is no way they deny you at all. Especially in this case of like, oh, another $70 or whatever the case might be. No, they'll accommodate that, no doubt. Like there's
they'll probably be in a high chair anyway.
Yeah, they're not gonna even charge you for a 1-year-old. They don't. I think you have to be 3, if I'm not mistaken. I have a friend who I just went golfing 2 days ago on Saturday, and he has a daughter. I think she's 4, and loves princesses. They're doing like multiple days at Disney, and they're staying at the hotel, I think. And he asked me, he's like, should I go or should I do Goofy's Kitchen? And I was like, Goofy's Kitchen is garbage. I know some people get triggered when I say that, but I stand by it. Goofy's Kitchen is like good 2 times out of 5. I don't like the food. The characters, they're getting better and better, but I'm not a fan of Goofy's Kitchen, especially when Storytellers and Plaza Inn are like, you could afford those too. But I told him, I was like, you should consider Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures, and we started looking. Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures are booked for like the next 2 months. Like, there's nothing. Not That's $150 experience per person. Can you believe that, Daddy? Booked everything, every time, everything. People love their princesses, and obviously,
in a conference room,
and Disney's making a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
and it's not even in the restaurant; it's in a conference room.
So I told him, I said, let's just keep, while we're golfing, we'll keep checking. Maybe somebody cancels or we get lucky. So somebody canceled, and we were able to get a party of 2. He's a party of 3. And I was like, just don't even worry about it. Book it for 2. When you show up, you go, hey, we brought our daughter. So is it okay if we're a party of 3? Of course it is. They'll never deny you. Another $150. They're not going to deny you. So the moral of this story, you could always do a +1. I've done it many times. I've been the +1 many times to character dinings or whatever the case might be, a sit-down dining. They always accommodate. I've never been like, no, you said you were 5. We're not going to do 6. Sorry, sir. Never. I've never heard Disney do that. So I could confidently say, like, you're good. I have a question. It's about Scary Farm. Will they continue this no recording in the maze thing? Do you see this still in place in the next 10 years? I think they probably do continue it. From what we saw in those numbers recently, Knott's attendance is going up. So I don't think they care. The whole recording, I don't know if there's enough backlash from like regular people, not the bloggers, but just regular people to be like, you know what, we should really reconsider it and allow people to record. I don't feel like there was, but I only went to Scary Farm 2 times, so I didn't really go a lot. I hope they reconsider, though, from like a content perspective, but I think they're going to stick to the no recording. What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, I think the hard part is that I think they'll stick with it too. But the hard part is that it becomes an issue when the cast members or the team members or whoever Knott's calls their associates, the way they enforce it sometimes is really like abrasive and really like immersion breaking when you're in the maze and you're kind of in it and they're like coming over screaming at someone to turn off their phone or whatever. Like as long as we're not like getting to that point, you know what I mean? That's the part that just annoys me, is that like, yeah, we get it, like we're not gonna have our phone on in the maze, and if like someone busts out the phone and does something, like, just tell them the next person, or maybe just walk up to them, but like don't scream it across the entire maze from where you're standing at your point. That's the only part that I don't like, is that, and it happens every single time. So
yeah, I hope they do reconsider the no filming so people can film, but if they don't, then like next year, I doubt I buy a Scary Farm pass. I'm probably going to just go opening day. And if I'm either invited to media or they just let people film on opening day, because that's what they're doing, that is it. I'm okay with living at Horror Nights and Fright Fest and the Dark Harbors and whatever else. I'm okay with that. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's like the consequence of not being able to film. I'm not going to be there. What about you, Danny? Are you still inclined to buy a Scary Farm pass, even though there's no recording?
No, I won't be buying a pass next year. I'm just going to buy a ticket for opening night. That's all I'm going to do.
And that this thing we're saying, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people. especially when there's a frequent fear right next door at Horror Nights. Eddie, Danny, what do you think if Universal did buy Warner Brothers, bought Batman into where Simpson Land is instead? Do you think a Batman could exist where Simpsons is, or is that just too weird?
That's too weird. There's not enough space there. Uh,
Batman needs like land, dude. Gotham, dark ride,
yeah,
show, restaurant,
roller
villains.
coaster.
Like, dude, I want a dark universe, but Batman. That's what I want.
Yeah, streets of Gotham. That's what I want.
Sheesh.
Metro sets, make it Gotham.
Uh, Edward, do you think for New Year's Eve, Universal will use Jason Q line to put a stage for more room? It gets very crowded down there. That's a good idea, actually, that you mentioned that. It is a S show at the lower lot. It's terrible. At New Year's Eve, it's horrible. They have to shut down the escalators. Like, they don't let people up because there's just so many people. It's crazy. I hope they do put a DJ at the wall, at the retaining wall. That'd be sick. Restaurants, bars, why not for New Year's Eve? I would hope they do, because that does add more real estate to the lower lot. Very good idea, Edward. I didn't even think that far. Were you guys aware Starbucks in downtown Disney apparently closed? I just found that out yesterday. I had no idea Starbucks was closed, or there's kind of I guess disagreements going on. I didn't know none of that was happening. I rarely go to downtown Disney, but Starbucks employees, there's something going on there. They're just closed. I don't know the details, so like I can't speak on it. But I hope things work out for the worker aspect of it. But it is closed. I heard it's closed again. Making a trip to Disneyland next month from South Korea. I hope to run into y'all. Safe travels. Safe travels. You're going to enjoy. Christmas is a good time at Disneyland. Let me see. Mickey's Mixed Magic is not a bad show, but it literally overstayed its welcome by like 3 years. That's the problem.
Yeah. We got a super chat from Theme Park and Things with Johnny. He sends $10 and says, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they aren't launching the freeway side fireworks anymore. Only the left side last 4 fireworks shows. I've noticed that it was like that, and I've watched. Those are the ones that go super high.
I noticed that too. When I watched Wondrous Journey, I thought that too. When I did the live a couple days ago, do you think that has something to do with that firework that went in the freeway?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it did.
I almost would say those are probably correlated. Maybe they're rethinking things with that launch site and how they were doing it. I look at it like this: only good things could come out of that because they're looking into it. So hopefully it gets fixed and the full shebang of fireworks. But I know what you're talking about because I noticed it too. But I couldn't pinpoint of like, are they not doing stuff on that side? Like I know what you're talking about, Johnny. If they're not launching on the right side of Danny, does that affect the Christmas a lot? Because I feel like it does, because those Christmas fireworks are high. Like, they are very high.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it looks a little bit different. We'll have to see.
Yeah, the Christmas fireworks go high. Those are the big ones. That's a good point, Johnny. I'm glad you mentioned that.
And I don't know if did you post, Mondo, any pictures of the new Raising Cane's? It looks great. It looks great. I always love to see implementations of restaurants we know from a chain, how they get implemented at City Walk, because they always obviously have to go all out for City Walk, right? It needs to look different. The Starbucks looked different. They had all kinds of stuff, but they've got this like really cool, like very New York style marquee on the outside there. You've just never seen at the Cane's before.
Supposedly, there's going to be a big number 1 at the entrance. I don't know the significance for Raising Cane's at the number 1. I have to ask this question: is this too much? Is this too much, or is it just enough? What do you think, Daddy? Because this is over the top, dude. Ain't nobody go like this.
I mean, they're in prime real estate right there. They had to really show up for that part of, to get attention. I think the light up screen really helps with that. So I'm excited to see what Mr. Barbecue does, because that restaurant, Mr. Barbecue, is insane on the inside. Like, it is literally like a nightclub inside Mr. Barbecue. So it's going to be even crazier at Universal Studios. So I'm excited to see what that one looks like too. But this is going to do good, right? People love cane sauce. People who travel to the U.S. love to go. They like
People are
going
gonna
to
eat
Canes is
this stuff,
like part
dude.
of that. So
Yeah, people. This is a huge win for City Walk. People love cane. I love canes until they went all Disney, more expensive, smaller portions. Like I would say, I still like it. I just don't like paying all this extra for less. But at City Walk, it's like rich people there. That's all it is, rich people. So they love this stuff. They don't care. This Craniac combo costs $25. They don't care at City Walk. People, for whatever reason, people got money at City Walk. But I hope they play Dodger games on that screen because that's just insane. It's insane. Uh, we got theme park pass Danny. Disneyland seems slow next year. I'm mostly hyped for D23 Expo. What do you hope gets announced? Any tips for a first timer? I feel like they're gonna announce tickets and stuff soon, Danny. They usually do, right?
well,
Like,
they already did. They announced that tickets would go on sale in spring. So spring
ooh, what is spring?
is March, April, May. So
Oh my gosh, dude! Now that we know how hard they go at the Anaheim convention or whatever, or Anaheim Stadium, I'm ready. I'm buying. I'm buying my D23 ticket.
So it's August 14, 15, 16. I went all 3 days last time, and I went to Honda Center. Monda skipped out. He skipped out. I was shocked. I
I
was
didn't have
shocked.
no faith in Disney doing cool stuff, but they shocked the world. They shocked the world. They shocked the world many times without really telling people. We're
And
America.
D23 day, August 14th, 15th, 16th will be D23 in Anaheim, including the Honda Center. And August 13th will be D23 day at Disneyland again, just like last time. So it's super fun weekend. Um, I know I'm going to be making sure that I am there for all 4 days. D23 day at Disneyland was so much fun last year, or when we had the last D23. So I'll definitely be doing that again. And then that week they'll also have D23 night at the Angel Stadium, just like they did last time. So
My like a tip I would say for a first timer before this previous D23, I would have said only go on the park's day. But the way that D23 played out just a couple years ago, uh, you want to go all 3 days. Honestly, it's worth the experience and time and money to go all 3 days. Would you agree or disagree with that one, Danny?
yeah, they're really taking the time to expand and make immersive experiences on the show floor. Unfortunately, this year, for some of our friends and other fellow people in the community who have spots in the marketplace area, they're reducing that or completely getting rid of it this year. But they're expanding the show floor as a result. So they are bringing more of that. So there's more to do all the time, and there's also more things for you to shop. They had a lot more shops last time, a lot more shops in areas for you guys to. One of my favorite things that they've done is they've separated the pins into their own stores, because I don't care about anything that has to do with pins, but like that would make the regular store lines so long, and so it's nice
The
that they have their own dedicated lines.
Mickey's at Glendale would be a S show just for pins. That's what
Yeah,
I.
and now they have a Mickey's at Glendale pin store.
Thank you.
So
Perfect. Let that be its own monster.
yeah,
I just want to buy a shirt and a hoodie or something. I don't care about the pins. Let me see. I went to D23 shopping event yesterday in Cyprus. Have you been to the warehouse there? No photos or recording allowed. It seemed to be where they create props. I heard about people going to that. I don't recall anybody having anything cool like oh I bought this. Did you hear anything about it?
No, I didn't even know that that was happening. So
Yeah, I think it was just discounted merch. Really, um, I don't know if they make props in that warehouse. I don't know where that is. I've never been to that, but I'm glad you got to go see a different side of Disney. Um, let me see. Let me see. Man, I am so behind. I'm just catching up. I'm just catching up.
Lord Cheese the First says Raising Cane's went today. Small portions, better bang for your buck at Disney at this rate.
Hmm. Disney's not bad for food. Shockingly, it's really not. It's really not. Uh, let me see. Let me see. All right, I think I'm caught up on everything. Um, there's one more thing I want to talk about. Uh, we have Earth Day celebration. Chewbacca is going to have this robe and this Earth ball. I don't even know what to call it. A globe. Um, this all starts on November 17th. How do you feel about Disneyland celebrating Earth Day? Are you part of
Life Day.
it? Oh, it's Life Day?
Why are you calling it Earth Day?
I don't know. It's just like came to my mind when he was. I look at this picture. I feel like he's celebrating Earth.
No, it's a Christmas thing.
So it's Life Day?
Life Day, yeah. We've had toys in the past at in Galaxy's Edge. They've acknowledged Life Day. They've had Life Day food, but to have Chewie dressed up in the Life Day, attire with the orb is really really cool for fans. They're gonna want to see that for sure. So it'll be cool. It'll be a fun little thing. Whenever there's some sort of new character interaction in Galaxy's Edge, it always causes like such an uproar. Like when they had Luke Skywalker and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
anything that's like a harken back to OG Star Wars like Life Day, um, it really will bring the crowds for that first time. So I think people are gonna like that.
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw Disney Food Guide post uh, that Chewbacca, but I don't see it on their Instagram. Huh. Damn, they post a lot. Now that I go to their Instagram. Is there anything I'm missing, Danny, that you wanted to talk about?
No, we talked about the Esplanade. That's really the biggest thing, in all honesty. We're just kind of in a holding period until the holidays start. We can try some of the food, talk about what our recommendations are, um, and then we can talk about that next weekend. We'll be going on Sunday or the Saturday, one of the 2 days on the weekend, to talk about it all.
Fast and Furious merch arrived. Um, I was talking to people that were like shopping and looking at it. I think everybody had the kind of the same sentiment of like, it kind of looks cool, but I don't think I want to buy it. That's what people kept saying to me. Uh, I don't know, Danny. When I think of Fast and Furious, I sure do think of highlighter green. Like that's exactly what I think of. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably way cooler stuff coming down the line, but this is kind of their first go at it. Uh, I thought this was really cool. A Brian O'Connor toy. Never thought I'd see that, but it's the beginning. It's the beginning of Fast and Furious. Uh, let's see. Life Day is a callback to the holiday special of '78. Literally the worst thing Star Wars has ever done. And
Yeah, the
they don't
special
put
was
it on
terrible,
Disney.
but Life Day specifically had like a cult fan following to it. So that's why they've done it and done merch for it. It's one of those things where like it's so bad that the fans love it so much.
It's so bad that it's good. I think here we go. I have a video. And this is one of the biggest Galaxy's Edge. Like they've been posting Galaxy's Edge from the beginning. Galaxy's Edge Explorers on Instagram. They're a great follow if you love Star Wars. Uh, but they kind of explain like what they do for Life Day. Uh, a lot of people participate. I'm gonna try to go this year. It's the 17th, November 17th. That's the big day. Um, People like sing and stuff. Like they like sing these songs, photo ops. Like people show up for it, and now they get their Chewy. They get their Chewy. The Chewy. Look, there's the toy. So I'm down to nerd out. Question: what's up with the update on the Magic Key app that tells you how many times you've gone? I don't understand the reason. It's just they're like shaming you. Why you been here this many?
I think it's more so because um, they're trying to let people justify their purchase. So because it's I don't know if you notice, like unless you've done the math, like there's no way some people can have that many visits for like 700 visits. There's not 700 days in a year, so it's counting literally any time you go through a turnstile. So if you park hop like 3 or 4 times that day, you're gonna get like 4 scans that day. So I think it's just a way for them, for people who aren't really savvy to that, and they have less than 365. Uh, they're gonna see a number there and be like, oh, we got our money's worth out of the pass. We went 100 times, and in all reality, they probably only went like 1/3 of that, but it's showing all the scans that they did in all the parks.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to show mine. It's pretty. It's more than that one. I'll tell you that much. Nobody has as much as Disney Scoop guy. He had 1100. 1100, dude. I was like, that's crazy. I think they put it there to just, like Danny's saying, justify your pass or not justify your pass. Because there's probably some people that are looking at it like, damn, I only went 30 times and I paid $1,800. What the hell am I doing? That's probably happening a lot too. But man, all right, Danny. Closing thoughts, man. Closing thoughts.
Um, in all honesty, I'm just really excited for the holidays at Disneyland. I love the holidays at Disneyland, so looking forward to all of that. The food, the entertainment, best time entertainment wise at Disneyland, and we've been not having a lot of entertainment, so I'm happy to see it come back. And then also, I'm looking forward to Knott's Merry Farm. I think the most their food and just Knott's the Snoopy on Ice show. Like there's no better entertainment at the holidays than that. So I can't wait for that. I'll definitely be doing that with Mondo whenever he decides to go watch that. We'll watch that probably a couple times.
Many times.
You usually like to do that one a few times. So
I'm gonna watch it many times, Danny. Yeah, Snoopy on Ice is I would say the God mode show of Christmas. Maybe Viva is up there with it, but Snoopy on Ice is on its own caliber of like entertainment Christmas wise. Oh, it's so good. It's so. What's your favorite part of Snoopy on Ice, Danny? Like the new one?
just all of it, like when they're doing like the acrobats in the air, like on the cables and stuff. That's the coolest part.
Yeah, let me bring that up real quick. It's that lady, dude, that flies. Like she literally flies. I would play the music, but it's copyright. Let's see. Here she goes. She not gonna fly? Oh, it's gonna be right here. Would you ever train to do this, Danny?
No, I would probably die.
I feel like you're too tall, dude. You're just too tall. Oh man. You know who I could see do this is Hector. I want to see Hector do it. Hector's perfect for this. Oh man. I'm excited. I can't wait for Disneyland. The parade, the food, entertainment, the characters. Finally, we get to see all their outfits. Just a Christmas vibe too. Gingerbread cookies, the Christmas music down Main Street. To me, that's the one that hits me. It's like, gosh, it's Christmas. When as soon as you walk in anywhere near Main Street, you hear that Christmas jingle. It's just, yeah, it's Christmas. I can't wait though. There's a lot of fun stuff that like I want to do right away. Storybook Canals. We get to go see the new Rapunzel
Oh
thing.
yeah, forgot about that.
Casey Jr. I'm assuming is opening on the same day. I don't know if they posted that it is, but I would assume it is. Uh, Small World. I can't wait to do that, and I literally can't wait to see Viva like 3 times. I haven't had a michelada all year. That might be my first time I have a michelada. It's like I almost feel like it's like tradition. Michelada, Viva Navidad. Like it goes like peanut butter and jelly. Honestly, but thank you, Danny. Any content or anything like that on the horizon that you want to let people know?
Yeah, I'll have a video coming out, so keep an eye out on that. And then also, I don't know, I think we should probably let people know already that we probably won't be doing speculation on Sunday just because it's going to be the holiday weekend. So just expect it to be like Monday or Tuesday because it's probably going to be one of those 2 days, whatever day works better for Mondo's schedule. And then we'll talk about everything that we tried holidays wide, what was good, what was bad, um, and then give our top recommendations from what we tried. I don't know if we'll be able to do festival holidays, but maybe we'll
We'll
see.
try. We'll see. At least get the lanyard so we have it. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good time. I'm just glad, like, the older we get, I'm just more appreciative of making it to all these holidays. So it's like a blessing to be here once again for Christmas. That's how I felt about the Horror Nights, like with Terror Tram. I'm just as sick of Blumhouse as everybody, but I just appreciated that, like, I get to be on the studio tour walking at night on a daily basis. Like, this is great. So that's why this Christmas, like I said, I think a lot of it's boring, but it's nostalgia, and like I'm just trying to find things to appreciate a lot more. And I just feel blessed to be here again for Christmas and be able to cover it. And I hope to do a lot of great vlogs and not bore you guys to death. Oh man! All right, thank
We'll
you,
figure
Danny.
we'll figure out some fun things.
Oh, there's a lot of fun things to do this year. I'm excited to vlog. A lot of vlogging. But thank you, Danny. Awesome live stream today. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Smash that like button if you can before you get on out of here.
Yeah.
We are firing it down. Firing it down. The Cali Bay, just as Danny, are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo. Ah!